Hey everyone, so reading for today. So, love reading, and I just asked my guides to bring forward messages, whatever the messages need to be. And the way the sort of messages started, I was getting messages through around what's actually happening right now. And one of the things that is happening, so you got the firm foundations card, and I was actually getting through that the both of you are actually building firm foundations. And this is firm foundations towards the connection actually developing. Now, even if you're not in contact with each other, I was getting this sense that you're still kind of in this place where you're building firm foundations for the connection to develop. And that was clarified, which I'll go into at the end. That was clarified around what you can actually expect as the outcome. So the both of you are building firm foundations towards this, towards the both of you actually beginning this kind of, the word I'm being given is new chapter with one another. There's a lot of choices that are being made now. The way that the both of you are building these firm foundations, I'm getting through, it's more around your own healing, what you're actually doing in the here and now when it comes to how you are working through. I'm hearing the word major blocks. So how you're working through major blocks, how you are growing and developing on your own, through your own healing journey, creating your own abundance. However you're doing that and however your person's doing that, you're both doing it in your own individual lives, but unknowingly, maybe to one or both of you, you're actually doing it as a way to build those strong foundations with one another as well, to develop this healthy relationships. But you're also being guided to be aware of what choices you're making as well. And the reason is the more you are going through this journey of working, so this is the sense I'm getting, the more you are going through this journey of building your own foundations, like I said, for some of you, unknowingly, that is helping you build foundations for the both of you as well. But the more you're doing that in your own journey, there are some triggers, almost like these tests that are coming up, kind of in a way to see whether you are going to continue working on your own foundations and developing these strong kind of roots for yourself, or whether you are going to start repeating cycles that you've actually worked quite hard to move on from. Sorry, guys, I knew that cough was coming. I was trying to hold it in. So there's going to be, while you're processing this, there's going to be some disruption that comes up. Not a lot. I don't feel this is huge, but I feel like there's some disruption that comes up. So you might, all of a sudden, things are going well for you. Things are going quite smoothly. You're actually feeling a lot more in control. It might be for the first time in a long time since you've had this, shared this connection with someone, that you've actually felt you're not feeling as anxious. You've almost felt like you're surrendering to the unknown quite comfortably and quite confidently. And then I'm hearing the word bam. So it feels like it will be kind of all of a sudden, you're feeling quite triggered. And what those triggers are is you starting to have these thoughts and worries that your person's with somebody, or your person's committing to someone else, your person's going to deceive you. It very much feels third party energy here, that these kind of triggers that come up in you. And what you're being guided to do, and I do feel like it's almost like this, almost like a bit of a test from the universe, just to see if you're going to sort of be able to succeed in working through the patterns and not repeating them, or whether you still need to do work around there, whether you've kind of learnt those lessons and worked through them. But what you're actually being guided to do is focus on your balance. So this is something that's going to kind of knock you off balance. So you're kind of being guided to focus on your balance. So how you'll know is if this resonates for you, this part is, you're in this place where you've shared this connection with someone. It's felt quite difficult, but you have gone through this journey where you have, I feel, recently found yourself in a place where you've been very focused on yourself, and through that you've grown. You're feeling a lot more grounded, you're feeling a lot more rooted and more in control. And this is unknowingly to you, because this focus has been about you growing and healing. It's not been necessarily about you building foundations for the connection. Your focus has been on yourself because you've experienced difficulties in the connection. But unknowingly to you, it's actually helping to build the foundations between the both of you. So you and your counterpart, even if you have almost surrendered this is what it seems to actually be helping the both of you to do. But you are being guided to be aware of what you're choosing when these triggers come up, because there does seem to be this trigger coming up, my lovelies, which is going to be, and again, how you'll know it resonates with for you, it might be, or it looks like it's going to be around, is this person involved with someone else? Have they met someone else? Are they getting into a commitment with someone else? Or they're with someone else and you're starting to feel very triggered about that. It's very third party energy. But this is all about you kind of almost being tested, but you're needing to ground yourself, focus on your balance. Do not step backwards, continue stepping forwards. If you've been able to work through all the triggers and all the healing work you've needed to do because of third party energy, this trigger that comes up, work through that. Lean on your strength, lean on what you've worked, all the things that you've done, the methods that you've used that have helped you work through it. So then I ask, okay, so what's going to happen now? So this is kind of what's going on, if you like. What's going to happen with this connection? Where is this kind of going? And there seems to be this conversation coming up between the both of you. So there has been, your counterpart has made a mistake, and I feel this mistake again is linked to third party. So there's been some kind of mistake, some kind of oh god, okay, I'm hearing emotional breakdown. I feel this really affected you emotionally. This feels like past energy, and it feels like there was some kind of something happened between the both of you related to third party. It really affected you. It kind of knocked you really badly, is the way I'm getting this. And it's something that's been really hard for you to work through. But there's a mistake your counterpart made, and the way with it being brought up as a mistake, it's almost like your person went down this road where they were connecting with, you know, somebody else, this third party energy, and they realized after things broke down between the both of you that they made a mistake. It's like they didn't see that they were making a mistake while they were kind of engaging in whatever they were engaging in. Seems to be a conversation coming in between the both of you where there's going to be a lot that's talked about, and there seems to be this understanding. I'm hearing the word mutual. So mutual understanding you both reach. And I feel like this understanding is around the both of you trying to, it's almost like the both of you are trying to understand each other, understand almost like what has happened in the past, how it's affected the both of you, how you're potentially moving forward with this. And I say potentially moving forward because when I asked what's the outcome of this, you actually got that this connection is not ready to move to the next level, 6 to 9 months, but this connection is going through a transformation, and there's a lot of regret and an apology coming in. So it kind of feels like that there's this kind of conversation that's going to happen between the both of you, where the both of you are trying to reach this mutual understanding around leaving the past in the past, talking about what's happened. A lot of chemistry is being felt between the both of you as well during this conversation, and there's a lot of affection that I feel the both of you are going to be offering each other. I feel like this is more to do with communication, and this connection, although in terms of what is the outcome, it's not ready to move to the next level, but it looks like this transformation that is taking place is going to take around 6 to 9 months before you see this connection being in a place where it's potentially there, ready to move to the next level. There is a lot of regret in your person's energy around the past. There is an apology coming in from them during this conversation as well. Let me see what else comes through for you guys around this. Angels, universe, spirit guides. They're asking you to continue working on yourself. You know, you have worked really hard on this. They want you to continue working on yourself and prioritizing yourself. when this happens, when this conversation comes in, while this connection's going through a transformation. Why? Even though they're not ready to move to the next level yet, it seems it will take around 6 to 9 months, but it takes that amount of time for them to get into a place where they're coming in and they're saying to you they want to be in a relationship with you. I did get a sense, if I'm honest with you, especially with the first two messages coming out around these foundations you're building for each other, I did get this sense that this is where this is heading. This connection is heading to a place where the both of you are stepping into a relationship. This feels like a commitment, you know, not just let's see how things go. This feels like a proper commitment between the both of you. But it feels like from this place of you guys building your own foundations, and like I said, unknowingly you're actually helping the both of you to build those foundations in the connection, to this place where this conversation takes place, to this place where it steps into a relationship. It seems like it is around 6 to 9 months of this kind of flow happening between the both of you, and before you see it move to this place where it's actually the both of you stepping into a relationship with one another. Right, my lovelies, that is your reading for today, and I'll see you guys back here. My plan is tomorrow for another reading for you all.